Never judge a book by its cover. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Al-Allama al-Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim Ali al-Sheikh narrated that Sheikh Abdurrahman al-Bakri from Najd opened up a center in Oman for teaching Tawheed. He did this from his own wealth, and sometimes he would travel between Oman and India for lengthy periods of time. One day he was outside the masjid in India where a teacher used to curse and slander Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. After the teacher exited the masjid, he met with Sheikh Abdurrahman al-Bakri and said to him that he knew Arabic, but he'd like for Sheikh Abdurrahman to listen to him. This teacher's concern was the Arabic words he used in his classes. So Sheikh Abdurrahman went home and removed the cover of Kitab al-Tawheed and placed it on his shelf before the guy arrived. Before they started, the Imam asked if it was okay to eat some watermelon first. So then afterwards, they returned back and he read Kitab al-Tawheed. And while he was reading, he was nodding his head and asked, "Who wrote this book? It resembles the chapters in Sahih al-Bukhari. By Allah, it's just like it." Sheikh Abdurrahman said, "I don't know." So the Indian Imam said, "Let's go to Sheikh al-Ghazouwi and ask him." Sheikh al-Ghazouwi had a large library. We entered al-Ghazouwi's library and I told him I had some pages from a book and I needed to check them out. So al-Ghazouwi said, "Who's the author?" I replied, "I don't know." Right away, he knew what I was doing. So he said, "Bring the collection of Tawheed." Thus, after comparing them together, he said, "This book is by Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab." Next, the Indian Imam shouted, "Kafir!" Then he grew silent and calmed down and said, "If this is his book, we've oppressed him." After this, the teacher and his students all together began making dua for Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab after their classes in India. There are some lessons we can learn from this story. 1. The status quo isn't always right. 2. It's not always safe to take a position against a person until you yourself know their speech, their acts, and their beliefs for yourself. 3. Reading things for yourself is very important. 4. The people we wrong, we should make dua for them. 5. Sometimes it's better to give people information without letting them know the author so they can accept it. If they know the author before reading, they might not read it. Another benefit: the people of the truth will always follow the Salaf. Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab never met Imam al-Bukhari, but their literary style and use of evidences are the same. Another benefit from this story is the caller must be patient when he hears attacks against the Salaf. Sheikh Abdurrahman didn't write that Indian Imam off, but took an opportunity to educate him. Another benefit is a teacher can be ignorant of another and force his students to follow his view, and thus they all fall into slander and errors. They used to all curse Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, but later on, they all made dua for him. Another benefit: the caller must use wisdom in conveying Quran and Sunnah. Sheikh Abdurrahman removed the cover of the book. Allahu Akbar. People will always believe negative things they hear about a person first before checking for themselves. Again, people will always believe the negative things they hear about a person first before checking for themselves. Another benefit from this story is when we find out we have erred, we must hasten to repent. Another benefit: we must read to verify reports sometimes. Another benefit is the Wahhabi rumors and scare tactics are nothing more than an attack on the Quran and the Sunnah. Another benefit from this story is, do you think the Indian Imam would have read the book had he known the author? Ask yourself. And the last benefit is, what happened when he didn't know the author and found out the author's minhaj was similar to Imam al-Bukhari? This was taken from the Fatawa book of a Sheikh Muhammad ibn Ibrahim Ali al-Sheikh, Volume 1, page 79, prepared and translated by Abu Aaliyah Abdullah ibn Dwight Lamont Battle in Doha, Qatar, 1438 Hijra, an academic and khatib in Qatar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.